There's actually another option to, instead of modifying the original oil pedestal, there is a adapter that you can buy that just basically runs a AN fitting all the way to an external oil filter. And the reason why I didn't go that route is because of my budget. So if you watched my last video, you'll notice that I did a few hackery just to get the original RX-8 oil pedestal mounted to the REW motor, which I really didn't like. I felt like it was such a hack job to where I might be risking the motor down the line. So I just decided to go with the most expensive option for the cooling system, oil cooling system for our cars. And it all starts with this. This is the Franklin Engineering RX-7 external feed adapter. So now with this, I'm hoping that it resolves a few issues that I ran into. Slave cylinder fitment, and also not to worry about oil starvation to the motor. And if you might be wondering what options there is for our cars, I'll break it down to you right now. So I believe that there are 4 oil system options for our cars, whether you're doing an REW swap or upgrading the system on your RX-8. There may be more options, but these might be the most simple and straightforward options you can do. So let's start with option 1. This is pretty much using the stock RX-8 oil system, but with modifying the OEM oil pedestal to mount properly to the REW motor. The cost could be free or the price of a Dremel kit. Option 2, this might be the best option if you're trying to still be on a budget, but worried about oil starvation, even if you were thinking of modifying the OEM oil pedestal. So this consists of using an aftermarket oil feed adapter, an external oil filter, OEM oil coolers, AN fittings, and stainless steel braided lines to connect the OEM oil coolers. Depending on what you want to go with, the cost can be around $150 and up. Option 3, this is the option I wanted to go with. Since I already trashed my oil coolers, the only way to go is YOLO. So this option consists of modifying the OEM oil pedestal, using external thermostat, upgraded oil coolers, AN fittings, and stainless steel braided lines. Depending on what you want to go with, the cost can be around $550 and up. And lastly, option 4, the option I am now going with after judging if my craftsmanship was spot on when I finished my oil pedestal. So this is similar to option 3, but with an oil feed adapter and an external oil filter adapter. Depending on what you want to go with, the cost can be around $700 and up. So this is just some basic breakdowns, but I hope it helps you with the setup you want to go with on your car. Now this external feed adapter wasn't supposed to be a part of my part 2 video from last week. This is actually an add-on. But not only that, since the car is up, I do want to install a few other things. I do want to install my S2 starter, which was, if you're following my channel, this was actually part of episode 2, like way back in the day. That was like a few months ago. I finally want to put some transmission fluid because I've been lagging on that as well. I went with, how you pronounce it, Idemitsu, full synthetic racing manual transmission fluid. What's recommended for our cars is GL4, but I'm not really sure what this is. It could be GL5, but I just need something temporary there to move the car back and forth. And of course, lastly, as promised, the OMP elimination kit. So these are the parts I'm going to be installing today. Busy night for me. So let's get started right now. It was actually on there pretty good. Alright, so after installing the slave cylinder back, I could already tell that this external feed adapter was the right choice to do. I can already install that right now and just have no fitment issues at all. So you probably noticed that there's a hole on the side of the external feed adapter. This is probably used for like oil pressure sensors and whatnot. I won't be needing it. I'll be tapping into the external oil filter adapter for that. So the kit does come with a bolt to block this off. So I'm gonna add a little bit of thread sealer and do that now. All right, so this is now sealed with some Permatex thread sealant. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this on the car now. Hell yeah, guys. So we officially can say that that external feed adapter is complete. I'm gonna give you guys a little close-up of how it looks like. As you can see, there's still room between the slave cylinder line and the external feed adapter. So I'm really glad I went with this route. Aesthetic-wise, everything looks great. So let's move on to installing the starter and adding transmission fluid. So just like my transmission, this starter's hella dirty. So I'm gonna hit it with some totally awesome spray. If you've been following my channel, you know that's what I rep with, the Dollar Tree. And you're gonna see the difference in 3, 2, 1. Hell yeah. It's all clean again, so let's get this starter installed now. Yeah, that's officially done. I didn't bolt it permanently yet because I feel like there's like a ground wire that I'm supposed to attach, but it's there. So let's go ahead and add some transmission fluid and let's drop the car. So as you can see, things started to get pretty nasty. Transmission fluid started to leak everywhere. So I had to stop the video. But finally, we got transmission fluid in. I can start the last installation for tonight, which is the OMP delete. So let me get this car down and let's get that started. All right, guys, so my garage is cleaned up, the car is down, and it's officially time to start the final installation of tonight, which is removing the oil metering pump, which is right here. So I know I've been doing a lot of time-lapse on most of my videos. I feel like, for example, this video has like 4 installations in one, right? So I feel like the best way to show the process and the steps is showing a time lapse. But if you guys feel like I should do more narration and talk over what I'm doing, just leave a comment below. I would really appreciate that. So from what I read online, when you get your OMP delete kit mine came from Bonsai Racing. So they come with these small plugs, as you can see here, that goes on top of the housings. I'm going to add a little bit of thread sealer and torque it down to like about 10, maybe 10 pounds, or we'll see. I'll probably hand tighten it. So the OMP plate, I'm going to make a paper gasket for it. Other people just use silicone by itself, but I kind of like to do everything clean, so I'm going to do it this way. So scratch that, guys. I assume that I can use a paper gasket, you know, just being clean and all. But I noticed that there's actually a gear inside the front cover where the OMP pump is. So I'm pretty sure if I did just add this there, it might chew it up. As you can see, I tried to modify it to maybe so it won't hit, but I think that's the reason why people just use silicone. So I'm just gonna go with the silicone and be done with it. So it's already 12 a.m. here now. We just did 4 installations in one night, and I feel pretty happy about what I accomplished. We got that OMP delete now installed, a new external feed adapter because we had issues with the OEM pedestal. Slave cylinder is now like perfectly in there, doesn't hit anything. Transmission fluid is now in and starter is now in. I'm feeling great about this project again. It's been a while, but even though it's been a while, I have been collecting parts. So I think my next video is gonna be unboxing and showing you all the parts I've collected throughout the months that I've been gone. So another thing, I know I have 53 subscribers. For me, that's a big accomplishment for this channel, and I really appreciate you all. Like, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be doing this. So that's it for me. I'm done. I'm freaking tired. This car needs to go to sleep as well. So take care, everyone, and have a good night.